And honestly, I didn't see anything here that really was anything different than what we were gonna do every day, so. 4330, rules and regulations of building use, that's the one that, isn't that the one that we updated the most recently? Through several meetings about the bountiful baskets folks.
There's no numbers in there though, right?
There's not.
Can I make a suggestion on that one? I would think that you would need to alter, not have an exact number depending on the event that you have needed for a gym or for a different facility. I would think that a concrete number would be kind of a difficult number to come up with. It would be nice if you have it for a week or just a day or 2 days. I mean, I guess you can come up with, but I would think that there would be some discretion for the board or the superintendent, depending on the school, I don't know, dance or, I don't know when we use this. I mean, doing some research with, obviously you guys have had some things with people say the bad word student activity account and this and that. Doing some really hardcore research on some other schools and some of the stuff we've had with camps, and we recently had an AAU thing in our gym. I don't know if we charged for that, but we certainly paid for that. I don't know if we made money for it, but there's money that went to referees out of our monies for that. So, and the other problems, of course, you're aware of probably with the camps we've had and the problems. Talking with different superintendents in the state, it's really simple to rent your gym, even to our own basketball camp or the AAU that we just had, and make people pay for it, and it keeps it separate from Title IX allegations and stuff like that. They're very simple problems to solve, these problems that we've had at this school. Very simple. So the facility use agreement, I'm not talking about the policy, it looks fine to me, but I'm just encouraging the board to really understand what I'm trying to tell you. These seem to be an area that I think this school is lacking. We just spent somewhere around $700 or $600 for referees at an AAU tournament this past month. It was in the warrants. Did we make any money on that facility use? It's an AAU tournament. Did AAU use this rental agreement for our gymnasium? Did we make money, or did we actually lose money on that?
Are you talking about the Great Falls wrestlers coming
The
down?
kids. No, I'm talking about the AAU basketball kids that were just here.
Oh, the AAU basketball.
The kids.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
there's
that was-
referees that were paid.
That was a fundraiser for the basketball program. And so when they do their fundraisers like that, they cut out all expenses. Yes, they do pay referees and stuff, and all that is paid out, and then the
Quite a
monies
bit.
that
The
are left
referees make
over,
more than teachers.
at the end of it, the monies that are left at the end of that fundraiser goes into the Title IX equity account and then
Okay.
it's divided out.
Now,
So it's a fundraiser and it's a school.
just for
school
you,
activity.
that's fine, and I appreciate that. I love always raising money for programs, but just so the board is aware, those are areas you get in trouble if the funds are not equitably distributed. If you rent your facility out, you keep that separate so your school doesn't get in trouble. That is what Mr. Klein does at Frenchtown. That is what other schools do. I don't know what the benefit is to just have it for our basketball program. If you
Well,
get,
it gets distributed out, though, it goes into.
I'm not accusing anything of it. I'm just saying the simplicities of where we have had troubles in the past, where other schools are operating differently, that seems to keep them, in a different area. It's a suggestion to you as a superintendent for stuff that we've had happening over the years. Areas that are kind of, in my opinion, easy to fix up. We obviously need fundraisers. I mean, we just spent $1,600 on new uniforms again for the school, for the basketball program. So, and hopefully they can get meals, because apparently, even though I coached here for 10 years, never in the 10 years did we not get meals paid for, ever. Polson, Bozeman State Tournament, Polson Tournament, and so right now.
Montana High School Association has put in the word on that.
Okay, well, if that's above my thing, I don't understand where
We
that
have to follow
is.
what they say.
Okay,
So they could raise all the money in the world, and if we're going to be in Montana High School Association and they say no meals.
yeah, sure,
Mhm.
if that's where it's coming from.
You
Yeah.
can talk to Joe McKay and Rob Ross.
Yeah,
about
I don't
their-
know where it just didn't make sense to me. I
Yeah.
thought the
Mark
school,
Beckman, the executive director at the last state softball tournament, kind of put the bug out there. We then investigated it further and given pretty explicit
Yeah,
instructions.
it was
Because
confusing.
They have what is called the Bridgeway Settlement for Equity that the state entered into a long time ago, and they are now finding it's very difficult to manage that settlement agreement if districts are out doing these types of things. They're saying, as Mark Beckman's words were, districts need to get out of the food business.
Well, that's fair enough. That's nice to know. That was a confusing one for me. Well, sorry to get you off track, but I was just
So-
kind of giving you, for the facility use, and there's no numbers in there, but I just didn't know if you could come up with a standard number. I thought that would be kind of hard to
What
do.
page are you on a number?
Well, you brought up, it's for the facility use, it's right there, all the blanks in there, you know,
Oh.
for your 4330F, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
would-
that's for people that are, the people that are renting need to.
Oh, that's the contract.
That's the contract.
Okay. So that-
Yeah, they need to
duh,
put,
sorry.
blanks, they need to fill it out, that's their contract. So, that's for them.
Because it's,
whether
I'm
they're-
sorry, that seems to be, that's my fault on that,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
And I was gonna say, just, we've talked extensively and brought forward more than once recently, the 4313 disruption of school operations, where we had added, not too long ago, school board meetings and activities. So I think we've had to put that policy in play more than once here. So that one seems to be in the proper spot. All right, anything else about the 4,000 section that anybody has? And again, to reiterate, we can always reopen a discussion on any specific policy whenever the need arises.
I move that we accept the 4,000 section with the recommended and optional sections recommended by the Montana Schools Association as reviewed on third reading.
Okay, so, discussion? Call for the question? All those in favor? Aye. Okay, so, last but not least here, we want to talk about, everybody got a copy